Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Josh. This is me. I just wanted to bring you guys into my real world today. This is my office. I got my girl's computer over here, and I got the big dog over here, which obviously is my computer. Currently, you guys may have seen, I've had the 8-core AMD 8350 clocked at 4.6 gigahertz since its launch. And this chip has really served me very, very well. I have the Asus Sabertooth 990FX motherboard, revision 1, which, when it came out, 4 or 5 years ago, supported all of the latest standards as far as interfaces were concerned. USB 3.0 at the time was, kind of a non-common feature, which I've used quite often, honestly, up to this point. And just looking to get a little bit more performance to make these videos for you guys. Takes quite a bit of horsepower, kind of weaving in and out 1080p or 4K video even, or QHD videos, etc. That I record do require some additional horsepower to kind of just get them, a little bit easier and faster to make for me. But anyway, today I'm going to be upgrading to what you see over here. And yeah, this is, just came in today. I got my Z170A motherboard from Asus, which is recommended all over the web. Linus over at Tech Tips got one of these. Guy over at Hardware Canucks had one of these. That did some reviews on this unit. And it came back as a really good value, a lot of good platform features, such as USB 3.1. This does support also M.2, NVMe as far as SATA is concerned. And yeah, should be an awesome board. I'm a big fan of Asus's motherboards, obviously. They do have the 5-way power optimization, which is great for overclocking. And yeah, this board should be sweet. It does support SLI. I believe there's 20 lanes of PCIe available on this board. Yeah, I'm only going to run one GPU on this, so I shouldn't have to worry about taking up too many of those PCIe lanes. But yeah, this board supports all kinds of new features that are not available on my current platform, such as USB 3.1. It does also have kind of an isolated audio chip. They've actually, isolated the audio chip here to kind of prevent any kind of interference that's, being created from other electronic devices, in your system to try and eliminate any kind of, fuzz or pop or just static that may be due to interference on the audio chip. So looking forward to that. Yeah, right here you can see it does support M.2 SATA. And even the long M.2 SATA, the longer form factor, should be supported on this board with NVMe as an interface. So I can't wait to upgrade to that sometime down the road. But as of right now, I'm still using the SATA interfaces. I'll be using these for all my hard drives and SSD as well. Currently having there a 500 gigabyte Samsung Evo. So yeah, not a bad. It's more of a budget drive. But solid state storage is nice, budget drive or not. So I'll be using these regular SATA ports for now. I believe this is actually SATA Express, which if you use this, it aggregates these two ports, and you cannot use these. But if you do not use this one aggregate port, you can actually use both of these ports as well. And since I don't have any SATA Express drives, I'll be using these two in the meantime. So. But yeah, let's move on here to the CPU. God, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm an AMD fan. I think Intel, for the most part, they just price gouge their customers. They get a little advantage in terms of performance, and they just go after consumers for their wallets. I feel like NVIDIA does the same thing a lot of times. They didn't do it, I believe, with the 1070 and the 1080 because they're kind of fearful of what AMD have coming. But typically I like AMD. They're kind of the people's champion in my book. give you a lot of bang for the buck, and really, really looking forward to Zen coming out this October. So I will likely actually replace this platform with Zen in about 4 months. But hoping this can give me some performance boost in the meantime, to do some additional videos for you guys, and play some games for myself at some higher frame rates, hopefully. So I'll be clocking this today to 4.6 gigahertz as well, and try and do some one-for-one performance, analysis relative to the AMD system. But this is a 2600K Core i7. Oh, I'm sorry, a 6700K Core i7. So yeah, for whatever reason, Newegg puts this big sticker over this, but yeah, you can go ahead and see right there. That is what that is. It's the top-of-the-line i7 that they make for, their top-of-the-line quad-core 8-thread CPU right now. Looking forward to getting that in the system right there. And I did go ahead and pony up for the fastest memory currently available for this board, even with an overclock. I'm not sure if there's an XMP profile on this board or not, but I imagine there is. I got 3400 megahertz kit of DDR4 here, so if if the board supports it, the RAM will support that as well. Maybe able to get some overclocking done with this RAM, not completely sure about that, but for today's purposes, just going to pop it in and try and go and see what we get with the standard RAM configuration on here. So there's that 16 gig kit, and I will be go ahead and using, just so it's, it's the same, everything is consistent aside from the CPU, the RAM, and the motherboard. So aside from the platform today, I'm going to be using the same graphics card. It's the MSI R9 390X 8 gig version, and I love this card. It does put out a little bit of heat. It's a bigger GPU. It's got 2816 cores, if you will, for the GPU processing. But yeah, a great card. A lot of memory bandwidth on this unit. It's got a 512-bit bus, on 8 gigabytes of DDR5. So I get about 420 gigabytes per second of overall overall VRAM bandwidth on this card, overclocked to 1642 megahertz. And I do have the GPU clock on this at 1115. So I'll be running those numbers consistently and comparing some benchmarks for you guys today. So yeah, if you guys want to see how these two kind of battle it out, stay tuned.